Hey, morning everyone. It's Rod. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today we'll be riding around Kunia Village Park area again, and we're just gonna make a nice loop around Kupuna Loop, and then we're just gonna enjoy the sights, and we're gonna be talking about some stuff. It's early October now. It's really nice and cold. Sun rises a little bit later, so hopefully the low light is okay for the GoPro. Today I wanted to talk about cats specifically. It might sound random if this is the first video that you're watching on my channel, but most of the content I do ended up surrounding, bikes, of course, and unintentionally cats. So figured I can address that a little bit more. I have two cats right now. An orange tabby named Inari, and kind of like a white and orange mix named Lychee. Inari's he just turned 2 last month. He's the sweetest angel. And Lychee, we're not too sure of his age. When we took him to the vet, they told us he could be in the age range of 3 or 6 years. More so on the older side. So we're saying he's 6 years old. We're not sure his birthday either, but I actually wanted to go further back. So I've had cats since I was 5, and then up until 9 years old, I didn't think much of them because of allergic reaction. I still love them during the time. I've always loved cats, but I had like a severe allergic reaction to a stray in the neighborhood, and my family advised me, not to hang around cats or not to pet cats for my safety. But when I was 5 years old, we had this gray tabby. I'm dating myself, but this is during the time of Men in Black. And if you guys are familiar, there's that orange tabby. With the Orion's belt on him. His name was Orion. So we ended up naming our gray tabby just that. We had him for maybe how long? Not too long, actually. We found him as a stray. He was a stray cat. There's so much stray cats here on Oahu. But yeah, Orion was really special to me. He's the first cat that I know that we owned, or at least allowed in the house. And he let me pick him up and carry him. I have a photo somewhere. I may show it. It does show my face. I'm not sure if I want to show my face yet. Well, we let him roam around the house or in the neighborhood, and he would return for lunch and dinner. Cat things. Well, one time he went out and we didn't see him again. There used to be a sorry, this part. A lot of people like to go in between the speed bump and the bike lane, so I have to watch out for that. there used to be a gulch next to where we live, or like a field, and we thought he would hang out over there until it was time to eat. But just one day he didn't return. I don't think I understood the concept of like cats being able to run away and not come back. So I just always assumed he was there in that meadow nearby. So then we moved, and then I remember hanging out with a couple friends in the neighborhood, and we hung out at one of our neighbors' houses, and they fed the stray cats. And I remember hanging out, petting the cats. It was fun. But then maybe like 5 or 10 minutes of lingering around started to get really itchy, like all over my face and my nose. And my eyes would get watery, so I returned home. I showed my mom and grandma, and they're like, yeah, no, you can't hang around cats anymore. So I was a bit bummed. And I carried this idea that the allergy would prevent me from owning a cat. So up until recently, my fiance Judy, she loves cats. I think she owned one for a brief moment, but had to return it or let it go. But I've shared my love for cats with her without ever owning one with her. Wow, I survived that hill. That was pretty good. So anyways, fast forward to 2020. Cat cafes started becoming popular in Hawaii, or Oahu at least. So Judy figured maybe we can do like exposure therapy. I haven't dealt with cats ever since. Maybe a handful of times with friends' pets, but not for a long period. And usually when I get like a sense of itch, when I feel the allergic reaction coming on, I usually kind of back off and like, okay, that's as much time as I can spend with this cat. But we would go to cat cafes. We went to one cat cafe in Kaka'ako called Pounce the first time. It was great, lovely people, small, locally owned business. And they have it's a cat boarding facility with a play lounge with kittens from Humane Society where you can adopt them, and they also offer grooming services. So if you have pets, cats specifically, and you like to pamper them, or if you're looking for adoption, highly recommend Pounce Hawaii. It's by booking or scheduling only for their lounge, as far as I know. I'll give them a follow. They have really cute cats up for adoption always. And they're partnering with Humane Society. But besides that, yeah, so we spent 30 minutes at the cat lounge. Was it 30 minutes or an hour? I can't remember, but a good amount of time. I took a lot of took a lot of medication in advance to kind of prepare me, and I had a few allergy pills or allergy medication on hand just in case it gets bad. I think that was the first time. If not, maybe a time beforehand, our friend recently adopted a kitten. And we hung out with them during a Halloween party, I believe. And it had some like minor reactions. But I think that was enough to get us to go to Pounce or any of the cat cafes and see if I got to know over that allergy. And luckily it did. I didn't have any major reactions. Maybe from like, occasional itchy nose, but that could be from anything. So we visited Pounce the first time. We determined that owning a cat was feasible or doable. So the next time we would visit, we decided to adopt. Adopt a kitten. And I remember we were struggling for a name on what we would name the cat. And the funny thing is we were eating Jollibee chicken, and Judy likes to do this thing where she saves the chicken skin off of the Jollibee chicken and wraps like a rice around it. She called it inari. Inari is like a cone sushi that uses fried tofu skin, fried tofu wrapped around rice. I'll put a picture up here. So that's what Inari's name was based off of. Cone sushi. I wonder if I take a different route. I could take a left. Unfortunately, I don't have too much pictures while we were at Pounce of Inari while we're at Pounce, and which is a shame because he was such the sweetest thing. He didn't approach us until like the very last minute, where the coordinator or the owner of the shop was asking, as we're winding down for the lounge time, she asked if we had any cats in mind that we wanted to adopt. And Inari did the cutest thing. We're all huddled inside one of the rooms with all the cats playing around. The way I recall it was Judy was hanging out, all the cats around her, and they kind of just like dispersed and did their own thing. And we just spent, maybe like within a couple minutes of us having to determine which cat to adopt, Inari kind of just plopped himself on top of Judy's her lap. And I was like, if that's not a sign, I don't know what is. There were 2 other cats that we were considering adopting. One was named Daniel. Really spunky cat, so much energy, kept on bouncing off the walls. But I love that. Orange cat as well, orange tabby. There was Daniel. I forgot the other's name. That was a girl cat, and she's very peculiar. I think we were talking to the owner, and she said, "Yeah, that cat is typically like that, but in a certain family, she would bond immediately." We didn't have that instant connection with her, so we decided not to go pursue that adoption. But I'm so glad we adopted Inari. Life-changing experience. He has so much personality. Very shy, like the both of us, me and Judy. But once you cozy up to him, he has his own sassy days, and he has a very rigid schedule. I love that cat so much. And maybe not too long ago, maybe less than a year from this time, we were considering adopting another cat because we felt that Inari would be too lonely. So we were toying with the idea of adopting another cat. We had decided to wait a little so that we could get funds up and all that. But that changed because I think one afternoon in our backyard when my dad was grilling something, he heard this like really soft meow that progressively got louder in the backyard. And come to find out there's a very social cat. You know, he was a stray, lychee. But he's so, you know, social, well-mannered. It's hard to believe that he was born a stray just the way that he acts around humans. But, yeah, long story short, Judy would take care of him until we ended up eventually adopting him. You know, shortly after we found out that he wasn't microchipped or no one claimed him at the vet that we took him into. Like she is like the sun to Inori's moon, which is perfect. They were kind of aggressive at each other at first, but that's to be expected, you know, territory and primal instincts and all that. But I think, you know, after chipping away at it for a couple months and being very cautious, they've started to tolerate each other, which is just what we need. Makes it easier for everyone. But yeah, that's my cat story. I've had a cat when I was 5, ran away from me. Sounds sad when I put it that way. But he ran away, or hasn't returned. So if Orion, you're watching this, We've moved now. I'll be hugging the right side of this bike lane just in case there are other cyclists that are trying to beat their PR. I took like a short break from cycling these past couple weeks, so I don't think I would recover so quickly, or at least be able to handle these hills. So I'm thoroughly impressed and surprised. I guess it wasn't too long of a break, but still. I think if money wasn't an issue and we had the ability to, we'd probably make like a cat sanctuary. That'd be pretty neat to have a cat sanctuary nearby or in our house, anywhere, some kind of facility. We can do these, like, you know, animal rescues and fostering. That might be like a long-term goal that I hope we achieve. We're about wrapping up on our ride here. I just wanted to say thank you guys for watching and hanging around. Thank you for commenting and interacting with my videos. These past couple videos were very less vlog orientated or less commentary and more focused on the ride. So I'm going back on track. The thing about riding in the morning, what I really like is there's no cars, so I don't have to worry too much about other motorists on the road. And I can be a little bit more comfortable changing lanes. I know that's like a big concern with a lot of people that are considering riding bikes, but I highly encourage you guys to try it out. There are more motorists that do obey the traffic laws and give bikes the right of way when they have it, and then go at your own pace. And it's good to start off in enclosed areas like parks when you can, or bike lanes or bike routes specifically. I know we have a few on Oahu, but if you can find one, you know, cycle as a group. I highly encourage that. The reason why I like this one so much is this area so much is I'm familiar with it, and you can make like nice loops. There are a lot of hills, but if you don't mind them too much, you can kind of challenge yourself all while making a nice circuit that can, you know, potentially last forever. It's just gonna keep looping around. But yeah, cats are the best. If you guys have the opportunity to adopt and considering it, please, I highly encourage you to adopt a cat. Try to end off with this sunrise right here to the north of us. GoPro's catching that, probably not. We'll work on the camera work. But thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.